Hello. It was looking as though today's class was not gonna hold, but I'm glad to be here. Yep. I'm glad to be here. My name is Fumilola Akintola Williams. I'm the lead coach at the Informed and Reformed Teens Academy. It is an online mentorship academy for teenage girls, and we have a curriculum that we run girls through to help them to shape them into the kind of into a profitable adult that profits for themselves, their parents, their family, God, and you know. So that's why we are here. And of course, by now you know you're not supposed to be saying that I know what I'm doing, blah blah blah. I know that you know what you're doing, okay? But the fact remains that you need support, you need help. I need help. I've been seeking help, since I've been on my journey, and I want to also encourage you to do the same. And like I always say to you, your challenge, the people that you should be contending against are not are not teenage girls coaches. They're not people that are trying to help you and support you. Rather, what you should be contending against, what is striving for the heart of your child, what is seeking to take your child from you, what is seeking to twist, what it is that your child is meant to be doing into what they are not meant to be doing. And that is not in the teenage coaches, is in the all of the things that is around us that is distracting your daughter every day. Not only your daughter, even adults, if you're not careful, a lot of distractions are out there, and that is what you really should be contending against. Okay, today I would like to talk about um um sorry about that. Okay, I was just talking about distraction. Yeah, it's all right. So I'm going to be talking about I am going to be talking about 10 major enablers of teenage girls' folly. What's folly? Foolishness. It's okay, it's fine. Thank you. Thank you. It's okay. Okay, so girls, it's as though girls like to just do a lot of things without thinking things through. Girls are girls, but certain things enable their conduct, certain things enable their folly. Of course, you know that folly is also foolishness, yeah. So why is my teenage girl behaving in a certain manner? Why is she not doing this? Why is she doing this? So that's what we're going to be talking about, so that you know where you are wrong, and you begin to, and for every time I'm talking about a teenage girl, I come at the parents, because at the end of the day, your girls are just that, girls. So your girl is not a parent. Your girl is not a parent. Your girl is not the adult. You are the adult. You are the parent, and then you're the one that you should be doing what you need to be doing. And that's why it's all of the things that we teach is about how to help you help your teenage girls. Okay. So today I'm so distracted, but it's fine. So we'll just go right on to it. What are the things that enable your teenage girls to perpetrate fully? To perpetrate foolishness. She's aware, she knows that this thing is not good for her, but somehow she still goes on ahead. Why? What are the things that enable her, and then how are you going to help her? At least if you know an enabler, you can know what to do to disenable. That is what this session is all about. Okay, so 10 major enablers of teenage girls folly. So please, there is this thing that I don't, your teenage girl, usually when they're already 13, 14, 15, they begin to say things like, Mommy, don't you trust me? I don't I don't trust you. Even me like this, I don't trust myself. But I trust what it is that I know works. I trust what it is that I've done over time, structures, routines that's helped me. That's what I trust. I don't trust myself to follow through on what I say I will do if there's not an accountability system in place, if you get what I mean. So that is it. So that's an adult. How much more a teenage girl that is not fully formed, that is still growing, that still wants to do, that is still trying to understand a lot of things and all of that. So what are those things that you think you will not know, but by the time we're done with this class, you understand where it is that you were, goofed, and then you begin to redress, and then you adjust your steps, and then you do what it is that is needed. Don't forget, the essence of this is so that your girl grows into, she doesn't just grow into a speck in the dust. God forbid that we raise people that are just specks in the dust, people that are not doing anything, people that are not adding any value. They're just there feeling, and balancing the ecosystem. God forbid that we raise those kind of individuals. So how are you going to help your girl How are you going to help your girl so that she doesn't become a speck in the dust, so that she becomes a voice? That is the whole essence of this thing. How the voice of a girl will matter, how she'll be able to help our generation, how she'll be able to help of course, that your girl, by the time she grows, how she's going to help our generation make a difference, because it's going to get more chaotic than it already is. So which voices will that generation be needing? So what you're doing is you're trying to equip your girl for when her voice will be needed. And that is why you cannot allow for her to just be anyhow, to do anyhow. You cannot allow for her to let distractions take over what it is that her journey should be. You cannot allow for her to, just assume that, oh, everybody is doing it, so this is the right thing to do, or this is what I'm going to do, and nobody's going to check me. So that you just generally do not allow your girl to walk in foolishness. They will want to, trust me, girls will want to walk in because foolishness is attractive. Foolishness looks good, looks, what's that word now? Foolishness looks the in thing. So, and that is why it will attract your girl. But what are the things that you will do to help her not work with foolishness? And then what are the things that you're already doing that is enabling that foolishness, so that you begin to adjust your journey with your girl? Number one thing that enables the teenage girl's folly is the best friend for life syndrome in parents. Well, I don't know what it is, but I remember that even as a teenage daughter, and my mom, did I say teenage? Even as an adult daughter, my mother always told me that, except I'm not your mom. She always said that to me a lot of times. So I don't understand what has not happened these days. That, excuse me, the moment these girls grow up, and maybe because of the rapid development that takes place in them, it makes parents kind of lose their footing. You cannot at any point lose your footing in this game. You cannot at any point forget who is in charge. You cannot at any point forget who the parent is. The fact remains that your child is still a child, and all she is she's still a child. Even no matter how, whether she has grown as tall as you or whatever it is, she is still a child. And as such, she still needs guidance. So your child is not your friend. So if you're watching me live, I want you to put in the comment section, your child is not your friend. Your child, what you do is you use that friendship as a tool to conduct, to navigate your seasons and your relationship with your daughter. So a friend is someone that all of you are on the same pedestal. Surely you must know that you are not on the same pedestal with your child. You definitely are not on the same pedestal with your child. Your child is not fun. Your child doesn't know, half of the time they are not sure of what they're doing. Oh, they like to have this I'm confident air around me, I know what I'm doing. But then you now start asking probing questions. You will see that they don't know. For example, your child wake up and say, Mommy, I want to be this. Ask her why. You'll be shocked at the response she's gonna give you. So what are we saying? So you're gonna say, because my daughter has said that that's what I want to do, then that is it. Do you understand what I mean? So the fact that she has said this is what she doesn't mean that she really knows what she's doing. Honestly, don't forget they're not fully formed. But someone will let their physical features, she's got the breast, she's got the hip, she's on a period, we let those things fool us into thinking that they know what they're doing. Half the time, sorry, scratch that. Most of the time, they don't know what they're doing. So that's why you must mount guard. You are not your child's friend. You're just using that friendship to achieve what you need to achieve, so that she can come close, so that she can connect with you, so that you for proper guidance, for proper instruction. So this BFF syndrome in parents, please, you're not a child's friend. Don't be afraid to set boundaries and then ensure that everything is done to respect the boundaries that you have put in place. They will, especially teenagers, they test boundaries, they test your patience, they test your endurance, they will test you on all fronts, every area. Your teenage child will test you. But the question is, if she's testing you, are you going to fall, or are you going to still mount guard? Because your business, your duty at that point in time is to mount guard in the life of your teenage girl. You need to mount guard. So BFF, you so how I don't want to offend her. What does that even mean? Please offend her so that one day in the future she can say, I thank God that my mommy offended me, and today I make all of the choices that I am meant to make. So do not forget all of this. I don't want to offend her, I don't want her to be angry. You should be angry. It's very fine. Anger is a very valid emotion. It's very okay, it's very proper. Let her be angry. So it's not that she's angry and then because she's angry now you don't want to chastise. The Bible says that the child that the father loves is the one that the father chastises. So if she's taking that chastisement hard now, it's fine. She will adjust. And the thing with them is that if you don't back down, they will back down. But if you give up Now you're already thinking I'm tired. You can't be tired on this journey. So if you don't back that, if you insist on this is what I'm going to do, this is what is right, because you don't know what is right yet, this is it. So you guide them, of course, not harshly. You guide them using wisdom. You guide them using reasoning. You guide them using logic. So you're not at any time, in case you're thinking, "Oh, after all, we're not friends now." Oh, you can even think you can do matching outfit. It doesn't mean that you're friends. No, you're not. They are still forming. You are the one that is fully formed. So the question is, would you say because she's a teenager now, and you have not taught her how to drive, you just hand her the car keys, then let her go and be driving? Of course, you know that she's going to drive to her death. So you're not going to say because she's a teenager now, and then I don't want to offend her. Please, it's good to offend her now than later. It's good to it's good to it's good to offend her now than later. It is good to, make the boundaries known. It is good to set who is in, let them know part time that I am the parent. And of course, don't forget, if it is a child that you've been connected to from time, listening to your voice of wisdom will not be that difficult. So that takes us back to connection again. So it is the connection. So it is inside that connection that you're now using friendship as a tool. So you just need your friendship to be a tool. It's not the end result. The end result is to use that friendship to guide, to shape, to instruct. If you understand what I mean. So the next thing, so don't go all of this. And my daughter is my best friend. Please, that's the trauma speaking. The other time, my daughter, because she's almost as tall as me these days, so anytime we're on drill walking, she will just put her hand on my shoulders. Oh, of course, it's fine. I'm all for the physical touch and everything. But I said jokingly to her, even though I'm not, even though it's a joke, but she still gets the point, which is that it is only when you and your friends are walking like and putting your hands on each other's whatever. I am not your friend, I'm your mom. She goes, "Mom, but your mom." I say, "Yes, I know I'm your friend, I'm your mom." But at the same time, I am not that. It's only your friend that you don't want to, you're not careful. You're not careful to just because, oh, this person is mine and blah blah, and you're charming and embodying and everything. But your daughter has to understand. So that friendship is a tool. That is not the main goal. So if because of your friendship with your girl, you're not able to put boundaries in place, you're not able to exact discipline when you should, you're not able to ensure that there's a follow through on instruction and all of that, you should know that you're already falling off the line gradually. And it's only a matter of time. She will stop taking you seriously. And when she stops taking you seriously, how will she take instructions? If your dad knows that, oh, mommy is just talking, how will she take instructions? So that's why you have to stop the BFF syndrome thing. Then the next thing that enable, and of course, if she doesn't take instruction, it's just a matter of time. She'll wallow in foolishness. She'll do a lot of silly, silly things as it will come back. And don't forget, I learned this a long time ago that the first dividend, the first beneficiary of bad parenting is not even the society. Go and ask Samson. Go and ask the parents of Samson. Samson's parents felt it first because they lost their own child. And the Bible did not actually account that they had another child. So the first beneficiary is that, I think it's in Proverbs. It says it is like a thorn in the flesh. A child that brings shame to his parents, a daughter that they have to go and drag from all of the clubs. A daughter, go and ask parents that are you know, having to struggle with rehabilitation and all of those things now. Parents are having to pay in millions to ensure that their daughters get off all of the toxic substances that they have been ingesting for a long time. So please, the best way, this is why a lot of people they will say that if you as an adult you're not bold to take your stance, you'll be running when you shouldn't run. So take your stance on what is right now. Let your daughter know who is in charge now. Let your daughter understand what we do and what we don't do in this family now. Let your daughter understand what you will take and what you will not take now. They want to test it, but you must stand your ground. And that is why friendship in parenting and then friendship without boundaries in parenting will lead to catastrophe. So I like you to note that the next thing that enables the foolishness of girls is the lack of clear boundaries. Anything goes. Ashtekon, anything goes. Your daughter can do anything and get away with it. She can behave anyhow, she can talk anyhow, and there's no consequence. She can misbehave, she can be rude, she can be whatever. No consequence whatsoever. There are no clear boundaries. Or even when the boundaries, lack of clear boundaries. You are afraid. You don't want her to shut down. You let her shut down, she will come up again. And of course, I know, but even if your daughter shuts down on you, she's not gonna shut down on a coach or on a mentor. But if you have not put any structure in place, what will you do? And that is why a lot of people struggle in their teenage in their parent in parenting their teenage girls. Because why? Girls have the fun. And my uncle was talking to me the other day, one of my uncles, and then he was having a conversation with me about how that one of his friends was saying to him that anytime he chastises his teenage daughter, she shuts down. She starts to keep malice. In my heart, I was screaming, Hiya. Well, the girl is not within my whatever, so there was things I could do. So the question is, what kind of parenting have you been doing till that stage that you're correcting your child and she begins to keep malice? She begins to keep malice. She begins to, give attitude all over the house. What structure have you put in place if that kind of misbehavior, because it's a great misbehavior. If your child is already finding it hard to follow instructions, finding it hard to take instructions, you don't know that that's problem. There's already fire on the mountain. There's already fire on the mountain. Am I saying that every time we thought they will listen? No. But they must understand that if they don't listen, there's a consequence for not listening. And they know that this boundary, once they push it, it will come back on them. Let your daughter understand that at every point in time, there's no getting away. There's no getting away with lack of wisdom. Let them understand. The earlier, you know what? They will, even though they are fighting it, but somewhere in their subconscious, it is registering. I can't try this with my mom. I can't try this with my dad because they know what will happen. But if they already know that nothing will happen, it's not mommy. Mommy will just shout, 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 shout. And that is why you're not supposed to go and be shouting your parenting. You're supposed to go and be looking for how to manage your emotions, especially if you're working with teenage girls. You're supposed to go and be looking at how to work on your emotions because it will get to a point that shout, it doesn't get to them. It doesn't get to them. It doesn't get to them. So it looks as though they're just so they'll now be looking at you as though someone that doesn't, like a dog, a toothless bulldog that can only bark and not bite. So let there be clear boundaries. Your daughter, there's a law in your house that okay, you are a teenage girl now, okay, you have a phone now, blah 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 blah. But by 10 p.m. or by 9 p.m., you should be off your gadgets. And then 11, 12, your daughter is still scrolling. Nothing stops you. Is she's not, don't forget that it's a privilege, it's not a right. The basic right you owe your daughter is feeding, she must not be hungry, clothing, she must not go naked, and a shelter, and education. All of the rest that we have now added to them. Did you have that as a teenage girl? So why do you think that if our daughters don't have this and they will die? They will not die. Rather than now we're having a child the other day, I was joking. I said to her, I said, this phone thing, we already know the age where we're getting on internet. And even if we're not get on that to that age, I see that there's no wisdom in you, there's no structure in you, there's no accountability in you, you will still stay. You will still stay, you will still not use the gadget, nothing will still happen. So there is laptop. I was mommy, I need to buy. I said, there is laptop. You will be fine. You will be fine. So your daughters have to understand that there are boundaries. Have you seen boundaryless girls? They're dangerous. It's disaster waiting to happen. No boundaries. Come in anytime, go anytime, no accountability, no nothing. It's problem. It is problem. Even if you're not at home, there must still be. So because you're not at home does not give your daughters the license to now be on Netflix from morning till night after mommy is not at home. So question, what structure did you put down before leaving the house? If your daughter knows that, oh, mom is going to call at a particular point in time, mom is going to ask, mom is going to this, all of those things. Because you know what? See, teenage is the time that will come for your daughter the most. You must be ready. That's the time that all of the hormone is raging. They want to feel alone. They want to have friends. They want to test water. They want to test boyfriend. Everything they want to do. You know how your teenage was now. So what do you think is different now? It's not different. It's only worse because your daughters do not. I mean, you even do not have as much pressure as your daughter is having. Never has there been a time where girls are being pressurized into all form of evils than the time that we are in, and it will get worse. So what will keep your daughter safe? Boundaries. Your daughter should understand that when I finish from school, I am not going to go to a friend's house. Sometimes it is 6:30, it is 7 p.m. and I'm probably coming from work or I'm going for a walk and I see girls 13, 14 just walking, strolling aimlessly. It bothers me. No boundaries. Because you know that anytime they get home, they get home. No boundaries. Some 8 p.m. they're still having their uniforms on. No boundaries. A boundaryless girl is a danger because there's nothing she will not try. And don't forget, boundaries are for safety, at least while they are still in your home. That is why the foolishness of girls increases. She knows no boundaries. The next thing is that enables the teen, and what do you do? Of course, put firm boundaries in place. That's the solution. Let her know there's no backing down. This one, there's no backing down. And don't forget, At teenage, you shouldn't be the only voice in the life of your child. My daughter already understands that. At least there are three voices per time. At least. So if you not listen to me, you listen to this one. If not listen, you will listen. There will be one that you will listen to. And don't forget, if it is a structure that she's been in for years, and that is why mentorship is key for girls. As I am, I've made up my mind. See, my daughter is getting married. Even after the marriage, she's still going straight into another. So there's no. So I budget all of these things for my. That's why I cannot afford to wear wig now. As somebody that wants to pay a lot of money for mentorship, you cannot have money to buy wig. Oh. Do you understand? So that's what we're saying. So you can't. So it is already there's some things. Am I saying that we're now perfect? We've gotten it figured out? No, 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 no. What I'm saying is there's a system that keeps us in check. Right now, if I want my daughter to comply, I know what to do. I know who to call. I know what to say. So boundaries. Your daughter's life depends on, especially if you're even in the diaspora. Too many girls with too much freedom. Too many girls with too much time on their hands. And you don't want to know what they're doing with the time they have on their hands. So you can't. You don't give a girl boundaries, just take a knife to her neck and kill her straight. Kill her. Go and see what the Bible says about. You see what the Bible says about boundaries now? It says a city. It's like a city without walls. It's broken down. Most girls are like that. They're just moving. Talk to any. I was on the bus just 2 days ago, and my skin was cringing at how a teenage girl was speaking to an adult. No boundaries. Talk anyhow. Talk anyhow. Do anyhow. Behave anyhow. So if you not put boundaries in place for your girl, carry a knife. See, say I said it. Coach Fumi said it. You not put a boundary for your girl, take a knife, just kill her because she's as good as dead. Your girl is as good as dead without boundaries. And of course, it will increase in foolishness. The next thing that enables their foolishness, it is the lack of follow through on consequences. Lack of follow through. You just threaten. You're just threatening rather. Oh, I will collect that phone. But then you're lying. Oh, I will do this. Then you're lying. Because you don't want to offend them. Offend them now. People, offend them now. This is time. They don't have to like you. There are times that I'm not. A lot of times I'm not the most favorite person in the world of my girl, and it's fine. When it comes to personal hygiene, oh, there is war. When it comes to this one, there is war. Anyway, I'm saying gap, there is war. There must be war. Let there be war. It's fine. Everybody will be fine. Oh, I know girls that they will shed. Girls are quick to shed tears. In the tear, it will want to break my heart. Oh, but I will know that I can't say because you are shedding tears now, and then I will now leave what I should leave. I won't leave it. It will come back to haunt me. It will come back. Clear consequences. You've been talking about particular behavior. Don't rush. There's no. There are times I sit and say, how do I deal with this misbehavior? How do I? So ask yourself. You're a thinking parent. That's why you're intentional. So it's not the. You never see me chasing my daughter outside, or even the other ones. I will not. People are coming back inside. So think. Don't forget, she's no longer 2 year old. She's no longer 3. She's probably 16 now. And so that you want justification from outside. Say, I've been warning you. That's nonsense. That will not achieve anything. It will not achieve anything. Think. Sit down. And when you're thinking in line of what kind of my child is my child? Is she an hardwired child? Is she a sensitive child? Is this a systematic child? What is her temperament? What's her love language? That is how to exact your consequence. How does she receive love? How will she receive discipline? So you're a thinking parent because you know that what is chasing you, what is vying for the heart and soul of these girls, you don't want to know. You don't want to know. So think what will get to her, what will get to her soul, and then she will not seek correction as punishment. Then you have to understand how are you passing the correction? What are you doing? How are you saying? How are you doing it? So please follow through on consequences. I know that parents were like, we are because I know, usually if I'm a mom here, I know I get it. I'm a mom too. So they pull at your heartstrings. You find it hard to say no. But you have to learn to say no to them. You have to learn to follow through on the consequences. So if there's any consequence, and you know what? It depends on their age. That's what I said. So your girl is 16, 17. So you have told her, if you get them by this particular time, you're grounded for 3 months. Let it be agreed so that you play fair. So it's not as though, oh, mommy just brandish this thing out of the blanket. Mommy just, cornered me, or daddy just cornered me. This is what I will do. And if you see that your consequence is not working, please, you have the right to change strategy. You have the right to change how it works. You absolutely have that right. She's your daughter after all. And the only person, the first person to bear the consequence of whatever you should do that you did not do is still you. That thing is scary for me. The first person that will hear it first is you. Have you seen 30-year-old children that have not been able to do a single thing with their lives? They depend on their mom for the charge card, they depend on their mom for change of clothes, fooding, blah blah blah. Usually men. Have you seen? Have you not wondered what went wrong? Have you seen 35-year-olds? Have you seen 40-year-olds that's not able to take a step in the right direction? Does it keep increasing folly upon folly, increasing foolishness upon foolishness? It didn't just start at that age. It started a long time ago. So please follow through. They will not like you now, but one day, so that even you too, that you can rest now. In my old age like this, I don't want to be cruising the world around. I don't want to have to bother about one unraised child. I don't want to bother. I want to be sure that whenever my child is like this, she's fine. She's doing what she needs to do. Not that I'm thinking, what has she done? What has she not done? It's a thorn in the flesh. Another thing that enables the foolishness of girls, it is unjustified um shame or guilt in parents. I'm going to explain. Unjustified shame or guilt because you think that you as a parent, oh, I've made some bad calls, trust me. As a matter of fact, I think that I made more bad calls than good calls, but it's fine, we're correcting them even though it comes at a heavy cost. But I've made a few bad calls. So some of us we had it perfect, we had it figured out. Some of us are not like that. We had to learn on our journey. We had to fall, we had to learn to stand up, we had to learn to own up, we had to learn to admit where we were wrong. But if that's you, I see you because I'm actually you. So, but one thing I did not do is I did not allow those bad calls to now put me in a place of shame. I said to my daughter, I've made bad calls. So I know what bad calls are. And this, especially when it gets to the issue of dating, who to marry, all of those things, you don't want to joke with that thing when you're parenting a girl. So don't let the shame of your own wrongdoings prevent you from doing what is right for your daughter. Oh, you've made that bad call, you've made that bad decision, that yes. But can you use that as a teaching curve for your own daughter? Can you teach your daughter from it? Unjustified shame is not justified. I never think that because you've made a bad choice now, you're not in the right. As a matter of fact, it puts you in the perfect place. Because you're falling. You don't want somebody else to fall. You're falling. You don't want somebody else to fall. So bad calls should even put you in a perfect place to be able to do right by your daughter. Don't let your daughter fall where you fell. If you're watching me live, I'd like you to put that in the comment section. I will not let my daughter fall where I fell. And that's the decision I made to myself years ago. Even before, I won't. So you're already seeing it now. You're seeing it though. You're saying, I know, so that I should not come and use that one. What does that even mean? And because now some of you, because you're only before your daughters, so you have already lied to them. You knew the things you did. You have gone to lie to them that you did not do it. So when you see them, your conscience is judging you. You are the one judging yourself. You have to get up from that seat. If you've goofed, let them know. They understand already. Depending on the age. This is where I goofed. This is exactly what I did to goof. Do you know what I did in my own case? I now use my own mistakes to not prepare a plan. That's what I did. So that we've not even gotten to that stage. Oh, I'm preparing ahead. We'll not get there until like 5-6 years from now. But I'm already preparing ahead, using my mistakes to build a plan so that we avoid it, so that it ends with me. Do you understand? That's what you should do. So don't let shame push you into letting your daughter make the same mistake that you made. You were pregnant as a teenage girl. But because you liked your daughter you liked your daughter, and your daughter asked you, Mommy, how old were you when you were pregnant with me? You now look for one every lie because they said that you must get pregnant at that time. Or one big, it's a lie. Why are you lying? Admit to your daughter, you know what? I engaged in premarital sex because I did not know better. And that's why I'm telling you not to do the same. This is what happened to me. This is what happened to me as a result of all that. You're not going to lie that one prophet somewhere that is a lie. You know you are lying. Stop it. No shame. The Bible says that there's therefore now no condemnation to those who are in Christ Jesus. So what you should begin to do is begin to now build a plan from that your own hero. So your daughter doesn't go into that same folly. Have you seen people that they were teenage mothers, their daughters too now became teenage mothers? It happens. Are you aware? Are you aware? Don't lie, no shame, no guilt. You've done what you did, you have to also now give grace to yourself. You did the best you thought it was right. Nobody sees fire voluntarily and goes into it. Nobody does that. Only a mad person, even a mad person will dodge fire. You didn't know, you thought that it was okay at that time. But now, can you teach your daughter? Can you teach your daughter? Can you help them? So that they don't that foolishness stops with you. Don't lie. And you know what? The thing is, your daughter will still fish you out. One way, she will fish you out. And then you'll have lost all respect. You'll have lost all respect. You'll have lost all respect. So please, dear parents, do not lie. Help your daughters. Don't let them fall where you fell. You know, it's okay that you fell. Now you better thank God you're trying to pick up yourself. It will not be a double disaster if your daughter will not still fall at that exact point. Admit your weakness, admit your mistakes, admit your flaws, admit your errors, admit why you didn't listen, admit all of that. Then help your daughter from there. Okay, the next thing that increases foolishness of girls, it is the lack of accountability. Nobody can talk to me. Please, we don't do that here. Your daughter must understand, we don't do that here. What's that? I was on a call with a friend. I was on a conversation with my friend at that time, and then the girls were asking me, "Who is that person?" And I told them. So the next time, one of them, the most senior of them, was on a call with somebody, and then she said, and I said, "Who is this person you're talking to?" And then she says, "My friend." I said, "Which of your friend?" And she said, "Why are you asking me?" I said, "What do you know? Am I asking you? Me like this, adult, full grown woman, full grown, blooded, everything. You were asking me, and I answered you." So when your daughters see that you're accountable, it teaches them what accountability really is. When your daughters see that you submit to a system, you submit to an authority, you teach them what submission really is. But even you, nobody can. They cannot ask you. Some of you ask, I don't know where you are. I don't know what. I don't know what. I don't know. Nobody. Nobody can ask you, and then you come straight. No accountability structure. Your daughter is watching you now. She's watching you, and she'll give you. If you give her one, girls now, give them 1 mile, they will go 10 miles. No accountability. A girl that knows that, oh, nobody is going to ask me. Have you seen girls like that? Nobody ask. Nobody ask. Nobody ask. It's a dangerous place to be. It is dangerous. It is too dangerous. Your daughter must not be in that place. Let there be that. Let that time not let that time never come. May that time never come. The daughter will not be accountable. It's death. Because until you enter that fire, you will not know. After all, nobody's checking. After all, nobody's watching. That day must never come. It doesn't matter. Even as adult children, you're still accountable. Sometimes I don't know whether your own parent, but my own mom still does it. She just come and be like, I just have to ask where you are, I hope that you are well and fine. And I'll just laugh. Say, okay, this is where I am well and I'm fine. How much more? How much more? You can't leave them to their devices. The Bible says a child left to devices will self-destruct. Check it, it's in scriptures. And it has to be a tight-knitted, system of accountability. Not where, the one that if error occurs, it is redressed and addressed so it doesn't happen again. When a girl knows that they will ask after me, she will think twice. I'm not saying that, that will not, but that will be some check. And don't forget, if you've been on this journey for a while, your daughter will confirm So you say, I know they will not listen. It's because you are not listening. Oh, they are struggling. It's because you are struggling. Yes, if you are struggling, they will struggle. They're watching you. You know, now they don't look at what you say. They don't listen to what you say. They watch what you do. How accountable are you? To your spouse, to people in your circle, to yourself. You told yourself that this year you will do at least one training, one at least one self-development training, at least one something new, different. Alpha. So I just have to ask you, Alpha, what have you done? The daughter is watching. Another thing that enables the foolishness of girls, it is the people pleasing syndrome. This one, I don't know. It's called that way for our girls. This one, I was watching a video, and then the teacher in that video was trying to demonstrate to the girls how that people do not really care as much as you think that they do. And then the teacher called a student in front of the class, and then he asked the student, another seated student, and then he said, "What are you thinking of her?" That one said, "I'm not thinking of her. I'm somewhere in my head." Brought another student out. "What are you thinking of this girl?" He said, "I'm thinking she's cute. I think I love her hair." When the teacher asked the girl, "What do you think she's thinking of you?" She says, "I think she thinks I'm weird." I found that video very instructive. So they brought the third one. Say, "What are you thinking of?" I said, "I'm not thinking. I'm depressed." But do you know what? Your teenage girl does not understand that. She thinks everybody's thinking about her, everybody's talking about her, and she must try to please everybody. And that's why she must jump on that trend so that they will not call her the. If I tell you the way I've been dragged on this my air matter, I've been I've been dragged out that at least sometimes, at least you are a woman, you must have at least 2 or 3 weeks or 4 weeks. I say, hey, yeah, I actually do have them. I do, but I thoroughly dislike them. So if I was gonna listen to what people are saying, oh, it gives you a certain look. I said, which look? I said, because I like this my baby girl look. This one that I'm my age and everybody's thinking I'm 10 years younger. I like it. Leave me. I like it. So why do I want to? Why? At the end of the day, I'm not as important in other people's life as you think you are. You're not really her. So what is the stress? And that is why girls fall into a lot of error. Oh, everybody has a boyfriend. I must have a boyfriend. Oh, everybody has that phone. I must have that phone. The latest craze now is iPhone 17. Is it Pro Max? I think it's ordinary Pro. I don't even understand again. So it's a thing for your teenage girl. You as adult self, you are still listening. What would they say? What would they say? What would they say? People pleasing, people pleasing, people pleasing. People that don't really care. People that don't really know whether you are there or not. And that's why I gave the illustration of that video I watched. People don't really care as much as you think that they do. So can you do your thing? Can you do what's right? So your daughter has to understand that. So that's why they are increasing in foolishness. Your daughter has to trend now because everybody's trending. She has to trend. Who says? She doesn't have to do whatever she doesn't want to do. Something is not comfortable for. Have you seen girls? They are fixing eyelashes and they are crying. Tears is coming out of their what's that one now? Eyes. But because everybody's fixing, I think I fixed ones in my. I'm not. I shouldn't even go into my own. I think my own is even extreme. Maybe it's the disorder or something. But just to tell you, you don't have to. Your daughter doesn't have to. And that is why they are doing all the silly things that they are doing. They're jumping on clubs, they're jumping on challenges, they're jumping on substances, just doing all manner of folly everywhere because they want to please their friend. Your daughter, as she thought, the number one person is your daughter must think of herself first. She must think about this thing. Does it please me? Does it please my spirit? Am I pleased with myself? It's like another thing. I'll not let me not mention that one no, because before I will come be dragged from this stream now. Everybody must wear corsets. I'm not sure that there's something as uncomfortable as that in the entire world. This new I don't even know, this new style that every woman is wearing now. They will now sew the clothes so it will now hold everywhere. It will hold the back. It will all of the. I'm like, who did us this thing? Who did us this thing? Why? It's even more people pleasing so that they can say that you are wearing what is now. You look What's that word? You look snatched. Yes. Apart from me, I got the word. And girls, imagine you. Do you know why I'm bringing out adult issues so that you can now understand the place where your daughter is go in the middle of the equation. If you adult, you are at this stage, you still want to do that particular style because every other person is doing it. So, what do you think is going to happen to your girl? And what do you think if she continues in that manner? Is it not foolishness? So we're now wondering, why are girls foolish? This is why. So your girl needs to understand she doesn't have to follow the crowd. She doesn't have to. She doesn't have to follow the crowd. She doesn't have to follow the crowd. It's not necessary. Your girl can find her path and stay on it. Eventually, the world will adjust. Everybody will adjust. People pleasing syndrome is another enabler of foolishness. So, let her sit with herself. She was able to sit with herself to identify what really works for her. Another thing that enables the foolishness of girls, it is the fear of missing out. Oh, girls don't want to miss out. They have to catch, they have to be at the top of things. Who says? She doesn't have to be at the top of any other thing except our own life, our own purpose, our own goal. That's the only thing you really have the duty, the responsibility to be on top of. Your life, your duty to humanity, your duty to God, your duty to your family, your purpose, why you are here. Oh, I must do this. So everybody is doing it. You don't want to miss out. Everything must happen. Why? Why? If it's not impact, if it's not making a difference in the life of somebody, I'm not there. I'm not there. That's the truth. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Give me good internet any day. Give me good book any day. Give me my. I tell the girls, I say the time I love the most is when I'm alone. They used to think I'm joking, but it is true. Because then I will see myself as I am, koro koro, my weaknesses, my strength, the one I need to channel, the one I need to. And then the times I've been productive the most are times that I've been alone. Honestly. Honestly. So what am I missing? But your girl is not reasoning like that yet. And that's why you need to help her. You need to help your girl. She doesn't have to. She's not missing out. See, tell me what are they missing out on? What are they missing out on really? The high, the nakedness, the fall, everything false lashes, false bum, false breast, false identity, false accent. What are they missing out on really? Your daughter has to understand that she's not missing out. And that is why I keep saying community is important for your girl. I said bring them the truth. I say no, it's fine. Continue. I hope you know that it's not every girl that is on this crazy chase for validation where it is not even needed from people that don't even matter. It's not every girl. Fear of missing out. It's okay if your girl is missing out. She's not. Do you know what? Do you know that it is a mind is a play on the mind because really she's not missing out. How are you missing out on not on how is keeping your body? How is that missing out? How is keeping your chastity? How is that missing out? How is not knowing how drugs taste? How is that missing out? How is not knowing what it means to lie to this one, to collect something from this one, all manner of whatever. How is he missing out? How is he missing out? So your girl is not missing out. She needs to understand that. And that is why, instead of that, what are you putting in place for her? What are you putting in place for her? What are you putting in place for her? The next thing, the next foolishness, the next thing that enables the folly of girls, it is the lack of community. You see, it has been coming out in everything I've been saying. Put your girls in community. Let her understand that she's not the only person. Let her understand that she's not the only person. Let her understand that she's not the only person. She's not the only person. She's not the only person trying to walk the path that she's walking. She's not the only person walking the path that she's walking. She's not the only one. So she's in a community. She's seeing other girls making something out of their lives. She's seeing other girls making meaning out of their lives. She's seeing other girls. She's challenged. She's encouraged. But if you isolate her, then you exclude her. If you isolate your girl, you exclude her. If you isolate her, you exclude her. Don't isolate her. Don't isolate her. Put her in a community where she will learn, where she will see other girls, where she will understand that there's more to life. And you will see her foolishness reducing. You see her growing in wisdom. Lack of community is not helping your girl. Another thing that enables the foolishness of girls, it is the environmental factor. What environment are you putting your girl? Because environment is bigger. Environment is bigger. Environment is bigger. Environment is bigger than your value system put together. What environment are you putting your girl? And by environment, I don't necessarily mean location. What structure is in place? What is the learning thing? What is happening to her learning? Who are the people that she's seeing? What is she listening to? What is she consuming? All of those things, all of those things play a major role in whether she will increase in foolishness or whether she will increase in wisdom. Walk with the wise, you will also be wise. Walk with foolish people. Of course, you know what's next. Environment. Environmental factor is key. Environmental factor is key. Is much more important than all of the other things. So it's like you're putting a maze, then you have gone to go and put it amongst thorns. What will happen? That particular seed will be choked. It's be choked. It's be choked. Then finally for today, what is the other thing that enables the folly of your girl? Lack of values follow through. Oh, it's not really important. It's not that deep. It's not that deep. It's not that deep. And before you know it, it is taken away one chunk after the other until there's nothing left. So your daughter has to understand these things, these values, this it is put in place for our safety. If your daughter understands that this thing is put in place for our safety, the likelihood of her, you know, going out of way is minimal already. And that is why accountability that I mentioned earlier is key. If she knows that this I'm going to answer on this, I'm going to answer on this, I'm going to answer on this. And I've told you it is not for you to choke down values down the throat of your daughter. It is not in your place to choke it down. She's seeing what you're living. She's seeing what you're doing. She's seeing everything. And the more she's seeing it, then she's also crafted one for herself that she also is living her life by. So the more she does all of that, the more she's helped. And you know what? If she follows through on one, it is easy to follow through on the others. If she follows through on one, it is easy to follow through on the others. And the more she follows through, the more she's grounded. The more she's grounded, the more her errors are minimized. The more she's grounded, the more her folly is minimized. Such that by the time she now becomes a full-fledged adult, you have no reason to worry. You have no reason to crack your head. You're not wondering what's she doing, where's she doing, all of those things. And of course, don't forget, once you get a girl to once you get a girl to be on the set path, it is very hard to take her off it. It's very hard, but it is to ground her that is the work, and that is why you must do everything that you need to do to ensure that she's grounded. Because once your girl is grounded, sincerely, 60% of your work is done. So today we have talked about 10 things that enables the foolishness of girls and what you need to do. Talked about the BFF syndrome in parents, the lack of clear boundaries, lack of follow through on consequences, unjustified shame or guilt in parents, lack of accountability, the PPS syndrome, the fear of missing out, lack of community, we talk about environmental factor, and then we talk about lack of values follow through. So again, like I always say, out of all these 10, which one of them have you been able to identify with and begin to work on to help your girl to ensure that your girl, needs to stay on course. Don't forget, this world is not for loafers. This world is not for people that can't stay through. This world is for people that are ready to let the world know that I'm here. I'm here for truth and I'm here to make a difference. And as you do all of these things, begin to watch your girl increase in wisdom and then decrease in foolishness. Hope that you've learned something. Do not forget, let's grow this community together. If you've been learning here, of course, you hold yourself, other people in your community, the duty and the responsibility to ensure that they do what? They join us, let us grow together. And most importantly, if you have not enrolled your child, your teenage girl, today is the day. Reach us via our social media handles and then we'll start the journey with your girl. Thank you. God bless you and bye bye.